So, back with another episode of Talks with Jay, and let's give a breakdown of the Indiana Fever, or what I've seen from watching them for 2 games so far. So, Indiana Fever started their season off opening night, which was Friday, May the 6th. They played against the Washington Mystics. Now, Lynn Dunn did amazing with drafting. She got Alyssa Smith at number 2. She got Emily Engler at number 4. She got Lexi Holt at number 6. She ended up with Queen Egbo also. And then I think at number 20, she got Destiny Henderson. All amazing college players. So, against the Mystics, the Indiana Fever started 3 rookies. Destiny Henderson started at point guard, Alyssa Smith started at power forward, and Queen Egbo started at center. Now, for me, I was surprised that Marianne Stanley started 3 rookies, but then again, half of their team is made up of rookies. So, you pick rookies that know what their jobs are going to be, and they're going to play to the best of their ability. So, first game of the season, Destiny Henderson is matched up with none other than Natasha Cloud. Now, more experienced point guard going up against a rookie. What I can say about Destiny Henderson is she's level-headed and confident in her play. She scored. She dished the ball. I think the only thing as of now she's got to work on is getting the bigs the ball when they're where they need the ball. But that's going to come the more that Destiny Henderson plays with Queen Egbo and Alyssa Smith and Emily Engler. They're going to figure out how to get the ball to them. So, Destiny Henderson is not afraid to shoot the ball when she needs to. She's scrappy, going after the ball, rebounding, hustle plays, diving for the ball, getting on the floor. All the things that you loved about her at South Carolina playing for Don Stanley. So, I've been impressed. Starting with the first game. Alyssa Smith is matched up with none other than former MVP Elena Delle Donne in the first matchup of the season. And I can say she held her own. She ended up with a double-double in her debut, in her Indiana Fever debut, which was impressive. She ended up going up against Elena Delle Donne and Maisha Hines-Allen and Tiana Hawkins. So, she held her own against them. You know, a little back and forth with EDD and Maisha Hines-Allen. She got pushed around a little bit, but it didn't stop her from coming back stronger and stronger every time. So, I've been impressed with what I've seen from Alyssa Smith. Queen Egbo had some moments rebounding, making the short shot close to the rim. Showing that she's more than just a rebounder, that she can score if necessary, and more than just a defender and blocking shots. So, I like what I saw from her. Emily Engler showed she can shoot the ball, rebound, energy. She's not going back down. So, I like what I saw from her. Lexi Holt got a welcome to the WNBA moment. Natasha Cloud put her on skates. That was like the highlight of that game. But they didn't win, but I saw great improvement from these players, though. So, they played again today. Being Sunday. And the Fever played the Los Angeles Sparks. Now, another great matchup for some of the rookies to test their skills and endurance with. So, Destiny Henderson is going up against none other than Jordan Canada and also Kennedy Carter. So, Destiny Henderson looked way more comfortable in the second game. She made some threes. She made her jumper look pretty good. She did better with the passing and setting up the bigs in Alyssa and Queen Egbo in this game, in my opinion. She didn't seem like she was forcing passes as much. But she looked like a pro. Destiny Henderson looks like a pro. Like, point guard is not an easy position to come out of college from winning a championship and just jump in the WNBA and just start at and have success as any of your greats. And she's just coming in poised. And, you know, I think she's succeeding the expectations that a lot of people had for her. You know, Destiny Henderson was a great player as far as college. I say when she gets to the WNBA, people are really going to see just how good she is. And within the first two games, even though they didn't win either of these first two games, these rookies are showing what they have to offer. Now, Queen Egbo did step on Liz Cambage's foot, and I think she sprained her ankle a little bit, so she did leave the game. I hope her ankle's good for their next game, which I believe is Tuesday, when they play, I think, the Minnesota Lynx. So hopefully she's able to rest up and everything. Alyssa Smith, in this game, she ended up being matched up with Liz Cambage a little bit, Nneka Ogwumike, Chiney Ogwumike, and she didn't back down. I think that's the biggest thing for Alyssa Smith. She showed she can make jump shots, that she doesn't have to be very close to the basket. She's rebounding, she's hustling. When the shot's not falling, she's not giving up and putting her head down. I think that's the biggest thing for her. You know, because in college, people are like, oh, if her shot's not falling, she's really not committed to the game and doing all the other things, which, for me, I don't agree with. She's proven that she can affect the game in multiple ways. So she's taking on these matchups and not backing down. Queen Egbo, her going up against Liz, like, she didn't back down. She was defending, rebounding. I think she even had a block on Liz, if I'm not mistaken. But the rookies are showing great strides in 2 games. They may be on 2, but I think personally, for what you're asking of Destiny Henderson, Alyssa Smith, and Queen Egbo as rookies starting in the WNBA, they're giving a lot. I think Alyssa Smith can continue to average a double-double if she continues playing the way that she is. Like, she's outmatched, I would say, in a lot of these matchups on paper. But her hustle and grit and attitude and willingness to not give up makes it that she's going toe-to-toe with some of the big names. So she had EDD, Nneka, within like the first 3 days of the WNBA. And it's only going to get harder from here on out as she continues to hit the weight room, learn the plays, and figure out what are her spots as far as on the court, and them, like, as far as the team chemistry of how to, you know, get everybody involved. I think Indiana's going to be fine. They're going to be fine, you know. I don't think Indiana planned on having 3 rookies starting, but when you have the talent of those 3, how did you pass it up for a start? So, Destiny Henderson just got to continue playing her game. She's not forcing her shot. She's taking what's given to her, which is good. Because some of these matchups, they're not getting up on her, and she's shorter than most of the point guards she's going up against. I think Natasha Cloud goes 6'1", 6'6'1". I think J Can goes maybe 6 feet at max, and I think Kennedy Carter's like 5'9", 6 foot at max. So Destiny Henderson's only like 5'5". So size-wise, height-wise, she's not a match to them, but she's just as fast as some of these guards. So the matchup I enjoyed the most far as Destiny Henderson has been her against Jordan Kanda and Kennedy Carter. Them trading buckets back and forth. That was a good sequence of different styles from a rookie, and Kennedy Carter's a second, third-year player, and Jordan Canada has about a couple of years in the league, so good mix right there. But Indiana being 2-0, being 0-2, I'm not as concerned right now. I think more so for them is the improvement as the season goes along. And getting off to good starts as far as games. Getting off to good starts. They gotta learn to take the simple shots. Kelsey Mitchell's shot is kind of hit and miss right now, but when she's not, like, at the end of the shot clock, shoot a shot, and, like, is set shooting her shot, she's making a majority of. Like, shot efficiency is a thing for the Indiana Fever they're going to have to figure out. Tiffany Mitchell, great defensive player that doesn't get the credit for it. I like the pieces that the Fever have. Marianne Stanley's just got to figure out how for them to be competitive, but start winning games. They're 0-2. Tuesday you play the Minnesota Lynx. The Lynx are a veteran team, so it's like they haven't been blown out, but they're losing by at least like 8 to 10 points so far with I believe these 2 games, maybe more. So it's like, what do you do to combat that? I know they're a young team and you're rebuilding, but you also want to be in the talks as far as like playoffs. Even if y'all don't get there, but at the 8th seed, you don't want to start the season 0-3, 0-5. You guys have talent. It's just the fact that Marianne Stanley figuring out how to use the talent. Victoria Vivens, her threes aren't falling exactly yet, but it's going to come. It's going to come eventually. Lexi Hole, you drafted her from Stanford because she shoots the 3 very well. I think she's got to get clean looks to be effective. Emily Ingsberg has shown that she's hustling grit and energy, but I would like to see her consistently make the jumper to be effective for the Indiana Fever. Now, this is just my breakdown of what I've seen for the first 2 games of the season for the Indiana Fever, and some things that I think that they can correct leading into Game 3 of the season. But I wish them best of luck, and I'll be watching as the season goes on.